talk, or
Please,
you can
if you can hear
either
me,
just type it in the comments section.
just
Yes, I
type
can.
yes. All right. Can I proceed now?
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so it was in February. Okay, so it
Please,
was in
everyone,
February.
please, please, a second, please, a second. Please,
All right.
everyone, mute your mics, please. I don't want to mute everyone because I want this to be as interactive as possible. But when the facilitator comes on board, we will mute everyone's mics. And when it's done, we'll unmute you so that I can ask questions. But for now, please mute your mics, please. Thank you. Okay, praise God. That's please, everyone, mute your mic, please. I don't want to mute everyone because I want this to be as interactive as possible. But when the facilitator comes on board, you will mute everyone's mic, and when it's done, we'll unmute you so that I can ask questions. But for now, please mute your mics, please. Thank you. Praise God.
All right. So I'm here now.
That's please, everyone, mute your mic, please. I don't want to mute everyone because I want it to be as interactive as possible. But when the facilitator comes on board, you will
Okay, can I proceed now?
Yes, you can.
All right. So okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So it was in February. I was thinking of how to celebrate my birthday, and I felt that as humans on our birthdays we always want to be on the receiving end. We want to receive money from people, want to receive love, want to receive attention, want to receive wishes, gifts, different things, which is not bad, right? But I felt that okay, instead of just being on the receiving end every time, why not do something for the world? Like, why not give out to people instead of that? So that was what dropped on my mind. That was what spurred the idea at first. Now, when that happened, I had to decide what exactly to do for people, right? So I now remember, so while I was reflecting, I remember that during my conversations with with graduates, people that already graduated, most of them complained to me that they wished they did some things while in school, right? They wished they partook in some activities, but they could not do that because they were not exposed to the right information. So I now discovered that information was the problem here. Now, I noticed again that a lot of undergraduates are also treading the same detrimental path. And so I felt, okay, what exactly is the solution? So that was why I felt that, okay, let me just organize an event that would address after school, right? So because I see after school as, I see that as a war, right? So if you're going for a war and then you are not informed about the war, you don't even know what the war is like, then it will be very difficult for you to fight in the war. You don't even know the weapons to have, right? So now, if you don't know the weapons to have, how are you supposed to prepare for those weapons? Another illustration is that, okay, you are trying to, let's say you are going to the United States and then you need your international passport and your visa, but you only have your international passport. Now, if you have just your international passport, you cannot have access to the United States. Because why? Because you've not fulfilled all the requisites. So that was what came to my mind. And I discovered that the Nigerian education system is structured in a way that they're just going to provide like 2 out of 5 of the things that you're supposed to need out there. And the sad thing is that a lot of undergraduates do not even know this. So that's why I felt that, okay, let me do something that would address this. Let me do something that would prevent this in years to come. So that was why I decided to organize this event for undergraduates. So thank you very much. I did not introduce myself. I'm sorry. My name is Praise Ogunleke. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Faith, for that. Thank you. That was so beautiful. Thank you. And exactly what a lot of youth need today. Most undergraduates don't even know
what's really happening in the world out there, the world they are going into after school. I know like school is just like a space for you to do what you want to do. Once you get out of school, you become a fully fledged adult, and it's rights and responsibilities. So thank you so much, Faith, for organizing a session like this that exposes youth to the right information and also equips them with the tools they need to succeed out there. So, guys, I would like you to make the best of this session. Our facilitators are amazing. They are going to give you everything. So, ask questions, take notes. In fact, you can connect with them after these sessions on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and ask them questions. Really make the most of your undergraduate years. It could be the turning point in your life. So, thank you so much, Faith. Thank you once again. Thank you so much, Praise. Thank you once again. So let's continue the introductions. Who next? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so let's keep introducing ourselves. Our facilitator will soon join us.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah. Good evening.
Oh, okay, so thank you. So the introduction, I'm Deborah Defensi by name. And I'm really glad to be here, like to come and learn. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. So I'm Deborah Defensi by name, and I'm a student of OAU, and I'm glad to be here. That's just the fact. I'm really glad to be here because I know I'm going to learn a lot from the facilitator as it comes on board to come and dish out values to us. So that's it. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. Who else? Our facilitator will soon be around, please, everyone. Okay, he's around. Yes, he's around. Welcome, sir. So, guys, he's around. We have our facilitator around. Please let me read his profile so you can know who he is. His name is Emmanuel Faith. I hope you can all hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Emmanuel Faith is a versatile human resource professional and employability skills trainer. He's presently the HR head, people and culture at Kariwa, one of the burgeoning fintechs in Africa. Formerly a process analyst at General Electric, where he managed cross-regional third-party vendor-related transactions and supported HR-centric projects across sub-Saharan Africa. He's passionate about managing people and piloting processes that accelerate the attainment of organization goals and objectives. He's an associate of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, and he's the initiator of two pet projects, Bookathon, and a community of avid readers committed to at least 5 books per month, and a Word a Day movement committed to improving the diction of Nigerian and African youth, and currently reaches over 10,000 youths per day across all platforms. Faith is a TEDx speaker and author of 2 ebooks, Chronicles of an Intern, a self-instructing book on mapping out a blossoming career through internships, and Lagos Doesn't Sleep, a poetry chapbook about love, life, and Lagos. He's also a volunteer with a lot of career development communities, outstandingly with Divs Global, a US-based NGO where it provides career assistance to undergraduates and recent graduates across the globe. You would catch Faith reading a new book, writing a new poem, or watching football at leisure. Welcome. Emmanuel Faith. Please let's welcome our facilitator today. He has such an impressive profile. Let's welcome Mr. Faith, please.
You're welcome. Welcome, Mr. Faith.
Hi everyone, good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear
Good
you.
evening,
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, how are we today? It was not as stressful as mine.
Thank you, sir.
Describe your day in one adjective. Let's start with that. So like default, my day has been stressful. So define your day so far in one adjective. I'd go. You can use the chat box. Just
Yes,
describe your day in one adjective. Let's start from there. Hectic, okay. Why is everybody stressed? Please, I want to see good adjective, please. Okay, sunny. Please, where are you from? I need some sun. Lagos is cold. Or is it because I'm locked in AC? Fulfilling. Wow, that's so nice. Stressful. I think we all need a distressor. Okay, since we have all been stressed, does anyone do yoga here? Maybe you should take like a 30 to 60 seconds deep breath. If you have a cup of water, take a cup of water. If you have chilled Coke, although they say sugar is not good, please take chilled Coke. Just do something for 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then let's connect in 60 seconds. Okay, great. 60 seconds is up. Back. What did you do? Did you take a deep breath? Someone had a restful day in this Lagos? Please come and show me the way. How? I want to have a restful day too. Okay, great. So I'm going to be switching on my video so that you see my fine face. I like to brag about the fact that I'm handsome. I'm good looking. Hi everyone. Can you see my face? Oh, someone left his line. Oh, someone took a cup of cold water. That's nice. There's a bottle of yogurt near me, but I don't know the owner, so I can't take it. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm super delighted to be amidst you guys. I love to do this. I feel we should give praise a round of applause for doing this. Can we drop like clap smiley? I mean, not everybody thinks about his birthday or a birthday and say, oh, do you know what? How I want to celebrate my birthday is to impact lives. So praise, well done, and happy birthday in advance. God bless you. I am very happy to be amidst you guys. I am seeing some familiar names already. You people follow me everywhere. Are you monitoring spirit? I've seen Grace, I see Praise, Alimi, and a couple of people. Okay, so you know how this roll. If you've attended any of my session before, I have a slide. I'll present a slide and then we'll just walk through. Onindamola, you are very beautiful, by the way. I love your wig too. Please, how many minutes do I have to speak? And then to take questions, because I like to take questions than speaking. So how many minutes do I have? I know I came late too. I'm very sure. It's, like I said, today has been long.
Thank you for the compliments, sir. Okay, this is 6:20. So, sir, like the next 25 minutes, so we can take questions and then round off.
Okay, fantastic. 25 minutes. Okay, that should work. Do I need your permission to share my screen?
You can go ahead, sir. You can go ahead.
Okay. You guys can share my screen already?
Yes, we can.
In my screen? Okay, nice. Okay, great. So my screen is good, right? Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can, sir.
Oyin Damola, it looks like you're like my feedback. Okay, great. Yeah, so becoming a star undergrad, Praise had reached out to me and said, "Oh, do you know what? I'm an undergraduate, blah, blah, blah. I want to be an outstanding undergraduate and how to bring up like 100 undergraduates and tell them how to be outstanding." And Praise has gotten the best speakers ever because I know Sage is coming around tomorrow. And trust me, guys, if I'm chance, I will join because wherever Sage is, Sage teaches sagacity. You can check out the meaning of sagacity. Yeah, so
Hello,
that's
sir.
why I
Before
named
you
the
go on,
presentation.
before you start, hello. Sorry to bother
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
you
you.
have 50
Yeah.
minutes, sir. Sorry, it's 50 minutes.
I have 15 minutes to talk.
Yes,
Yay. See
50
how happy
minutes.
I am. Okay, so guys, as we continue, let's do this. Please drop. I don't want to say drop your school. So don't let us be do school fights, but drop your course of study. So do this. Drop your first name, drop your course of study, and drop what you want to do after school. If you are doing something presently, just drop some information about you so that I'll be able to make reference to those information when I'm talking. So you can say, oh, my name is Messi Alimi, I'm a fashion designer, I'm studying agricultural science at OAU. I want to design for Thatcher and CC or Maraji after I graduate. So I just want to get, a bit of my audience so that I'll be able to make reference to them when I'm talking. Does that work for everybody? Please drop a smiley. Okay, great. So let me quickly do one more thing. I'm supposed to join with my phone too, so I'll be able to follow the chat. Okay, so we start, right? Becoming a star undergrad, how to make jobs chase you. Very interesting tagline, right? So, because we are all used to job, there's no job. Is my voice echoing? I need to mute. Okay, am I fine? Sorry. I'm hearing some people typing. Okay, so I've been told I'm not echoing, so I'm just going to continue. Great. How do I keep my voice now? I think I need to go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, don't want them to see. Oh, yeah.
Are you there, EF? We can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I said that I was trying to join with my other gadget, so I'll be able to follow your messages, but I started echoing, so I think that I would just work with my system and not follow the chat box till I'm done presenting. So, how to make jobs chase you? Craig had reached out to me and said he wanted to, wanted me to speak to undergraduates, talk about financial independence, how to network with professionals, how to basically build your personal brand as an undergraduate, right? And that's why I put how to become a star undergrad. I like to tell people that, hey, now my system is angry. So I like to tell people that one of the fastest way to determine how will I explain this? Oh, okay, great. So people can hear me now. Thank God. Great. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people too. Let me share my screen. Okay. I can't still stroll. Why can't I stroll? We have to rebuke all this spirit that is affecting my presentation today. I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. I want to exit full screen. Sorry, can I send Oyindamola, can you send me your email? Can I send you my document and then you present?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, so you can send your email to Praise or to the chat box. Praise, please send me. So I think I'll just send you my email. So I think I'm just going to run through this. I don't know why. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a while, then I will share it later. True stuff. Okay. So I'm expecting your email. Thanks. Why are you not? Okay, so I think we'll use this for now. Pending the time I get to the screen. Okay, so I started with the first slide. Can everybody see it? Can we all type what is there? So I'd asked the question and said, you want blue? I was at this event one time with some people that you guys might know, Emmanuel, Michael, and so I think they were in their final year and they had organized this event. I can't remember the name now. But at the end of I don't know if it was at the beginning or at the end, they asked people to write what they want to be after school. And my handsome friend, Emmanuel, Michael, I hope that he's not on this call and people that he's friends, we're not going to do so for to him, wrote on the board that he wants to blow. And that might sound hilarious, right? But ultimately, the reason why we are all doing what we are doing is because we want to blow. Either it's through music, through fashion, through photography, through modeling. Not everybody is going to do 9 to 5, right? Through coding, some of us are tech bros and Cs or tech bros and Cs in the making. All we are trying to do is that we want to make the best out of life. Am I correct? Yes, I am. So I said there, and that's why I put KPMG. How many of us, I hope that people know KPMG. How many of us know KPMG? So KPMG is one of the, how do I describe it? One of the big four. We call them like, yeah, chats. Oh, finally, I can see the chats. Oh, nice. Let me see if I can track it. I want to be able to see people's chats. Great. So I can see people know KPMG. Okay, so I've dragged the chat. Yes, so KPMG is like one of the top big four. There is one of the top auditing firms. Thank you. So there is, KPMG, PwC, etc. And why I use them is when I was an undergraduate, one of the places that we wanted to work, everybody wanted to work was KPMG. Now, I had said in my first slide that your undergraduate life is a window of time that gives us a lot of opportunities we need to try, fail, and try again. So guys, if there is anything I want you to take away from this session is that as an undergraduate, you can try your hands on many things, fail at them, and try again. For example, my CEO was still teasing me. I did a podcast sometime, maybe I'll send it to Press to send it to you guys if you registered via a link. And I talked about how doing an internship with a finance firm was the key to me going into HR, right? So I was an economics student. If you're an economics student and you finish from my school by force, you have to go into finance, and I wanted to work in Bank of America and Goldman Sachs and KPMG and PwC, and got to intern with a firm. And I realized after that internship that finance is not for me, right? So the first thing you need to know is that an undergraduate life gives you a lot of opportunities to try, to fail and to try again. So please, if you fail, there is no crime about it at all. Just pick up your load, learn your lessons, and try again. Next, I talked about the fact that as an undergraduate, you can try your hands on business, on academics, on a couple of 9 to 5, if right? And I put an array of other things that has no name yet because this is 21st century and the jobs are coming up. New jobs are coming up in the tech space, in the robotic space, in the AI space. There are a lot of roles that are coming up that we are not even prepared for, right? So I'm going to move on now. So okay, great. So I'm going to start from financial independence, right? Dollars. I hope that people here, there are no people doing Bitcoin. And if you did Bitcoin, I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of Elon Musk. I'm sorry you have been in the deep so far. I would not say that it is easy to make money as a student, but as someone who made money, not a lot of money, but made money to sufficient enough to foot my basic bills, these are practical ways to make money. The first one is identifying a need. As a student in the student community, everybody has a need. I remember that the first money I made came from photocopying materials. And it was interesting because I didn't plan it. For guys that attended OAU or in Federal University, you can definitely connect with this. You take electives in part one, you guys are like 1,077 people, and then one lecturer just give one material and says that that's the material you use in class. Because I'm a good networker, I'd connected with people that had the original material. And I just made like 2 or 3 copies because I'm a nice guy. I made 2 or 3 copies for my friends. And so my friends, of course, when they go to class, I gave them. I'll be like, oh, where did you see the material? Where did you see the material? I got it from this. And like, do you have, like, can we get? So there was this photocopy stand behind the hall for those that attended. That was a big money because you cannot finish amala of 200 naira at Yaila at that time. Basically, you could eat comfortably with 200 naira. So
Yes, are you there? I think it is network, guys. We'll soon be back.
I'm back now. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Guys,
now.
not tell me. I've used a ring light. Really? People now be seeing my face. Okay. Yeah, so you can hear me now, right?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great. Okay, so let me just please enable screen sharing. Thank you. Okay, so while I wait for the shares, I was talking about how I made my first money in school, right? And
Yes.
that was how I made my first 600 naira. And yours might not be selling material. I'll give you a pack. I think that was when I was in part 3. So on my blog, I lived in town, in the hostel, Ultra, by the way. So on our block, there were just a couple of big guys, our class reps, assistant class reps, president of fellowship and stuff. And there were people that did not have time to go to market. And there was this guy who was very popular on the block, by the way, because he was always going room to room and greeting everybody. So this guy wake up in the morning and greets everybody in the 12 rooms. I don't know who does that except him anyway. And what this guy does is he shops for everybody, right? So when Saturday is coming, he comes to your room on Friday and say, "Oh, I'm going to new markets. Do you need something?" And we say, "Oh, we need this. If everything is 700 naira, we give him 1,000 naira." I mean, he wasn't even charging for this thing, but the guy was making good money off us. But then he was having a problem because we didn't have to step out. We just had to give him what he had to buy. And then he bought this thing for us. And I don't even want to start doing the mathematics of how much this guy made off us because we were too lazy to go and shop ourselves. But what I'm saying basically is that there is always a need to meet, right? And that's why I said identify a need. So yours might be products, yours might be services, yours might be helping your roommate shop. I don't know what it is, but I know that as an undergraduate, there is always a need to meet. The second thing is to own your skills. And if you've attended that I've spoken, this is my mantra. I am very big on people having skills and owning them, right? And there's a difference between
AF, are you there? AF.
Yes.
EF. Okay. Okay, it's back now.
guys, sorry, am I audible now? I don't know what's wrong with network. Please, do we have prayer warriors here? Please help us pray. Um, okay. Yeah. Where did I stop? You can hear me, right? I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Great. So I was talking about owning your skills. So it is very important that you are aware of the things that you can do to make money. This may sound really hilarious, really hilarious. But there was a guy that used to type projects for money when I was in school. So this guy had, I mean, since uni, he had been using a Mac. I don't know whatever Mac the model was. And the guy does like all these people that type 140 words per minute. And so when you have a project or an assignment, you don't even think of any other guy. This is just the guy that you go to. And I use that illustration because when you think about skills, you think about things that are very polished and fine-tuned. But typing might just be a skill, right? Designing might just be a skill. The day someone told me that he charges 5K to design PowerPoints, I'm like, what? I whipped drop this PowerPoint in less than 15 minutes, and someone charges 5K for that, right? So it is very important that you own your skills, OWN. Then next, it is also important that you own your skill, like prune it, get better at it. So if there are 10 graphic designers, sorry, I'm using things like design because that's the space I am. Let me use makeup. I like makeup a lot. So if there are like 10 makeup artists on your blog or in your hostel, I have a friend, she's a makeup artist, Our tagline is there are out of 10 girls, 8 are makeup artists. I'm the different one. Right. So if there are like 10 makeup artists on your block, be the different one. If there are like 10 people who do pedicure and manicure, be the different one. Just let people be able to talk about you and talk about how good you are about what you do. Right. And I'll still get to personal branding later and stuff, but it's very important that you own your skills. The next thing is your abilities, which is really kind of similar to own your skills, but just more deliberate. And I've touched on it. Stop trivializing what you do so well. Cash out on them. Very important. This is 2021 and there is not too much money. If you can become a millionaire as an undergraduate, I work with Carrywise and we interviewed one guy recently. He's in part 3 or part 2 of Unilag. 1 million tomorrow. I've not made my first 1 million on planet Earth yet, right? At least like at once. And this guy is in part 2 and like he made 1 million in one semester just by anchoring shows and stuff. And maybe there is something that I'm not cashing out on yet. I don't know. But it is very important that you do not trivialize what you do so well. If you can anchor events well, some of us cannot anchor events. Some people cannot even stand in front of 5 people and make them laugh or direct an event or something. So if you are that person that when there is something in your fellowship, you are the first person. When there is birthday, you are the person they call. When they are doing send for, they are the one that we anchor event. And you are not cashing out on it yet. I don't know what to say to you, right? So sit down and analyze those things that you do so well and cash out on them. Any session before that, no matter what I'm talking about, I'm not seeing that topic that they will give me that I will not mention visibility because I just think that it is very important that people know what you can do. I have met a whole lot of people that can do amazing stuff and they're just so scared to put themselves out there. And I'm wondering why they are scared. I'll tell you a very funny incident. Very funny. I went to speak at an event in UI, not UI in Ibadan, and I met this girl, not a baby girl, like 16, 17, who was a painter. Like she can paint rooms neatly. And she was like, oh, she didn't know how to tell people that she paints because, how people will look at her and everything. Guess what I did? So I had 2 friends in UI and I I asked both of them if they wanted to repaint their room, right? And then they say, yeah, why not? And then I asked this girl, this painter girl that I met, to repaint their rooms. So, like, of course, I go with popular people. So my 2 friends are popular. And when people now go to their room and say, oh, who painted your room? They're like, oh, this girl. Who painted your room? This girl. One day I got an alert of 5K, and I was wondering who God has laid in her heart, his heart to give me 5K. Lo and behold, it was this girl because in just the space of less than a month, she had made like 50 something thousand from painting just because I paid her to pay 2 of my friends. Like she don't even do publicity, that's the thing. Just my friends referring people that, oh, this girl painted my room, this girl painted my room. I just kept on thinking, what if I didn't go to that event at Ibadan? What if I didn't speak? What if she wasn't bold enough? Interestingly, I think I had spoken around something about networking. And so she had come to me and said she wants to network with me. So I don't know what will happen. She might make 500K before the end of the year and all, just because, someone told someone that there is a girl that could paint. So who knows who you are, who knows what you can do. It is very, 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 very important. Hope I'm not boring you guys so far. So I'm going to recap this slide, right? Identify a need. If you're an undergraduate in any campus, even virtually, there's always a need. Own your skills, own them. Don't trivialize anything you do very well. Not always think about how can I make money from this thing. But if you think that you can make money from anything, please do. And then it is very important that people knows what you can do. People know what you can do. Okay, yeah. So, hey, Jesus. This is my handsome friend. I don't know if you can see him. In Yolua, I like to brag about him a lot because he's my friend. And I put his face because he's my friend that is one of those friends that I have that always asks me bold questions. And if you are here and you're Yolua's friend, you can testify. If you are here and Yolua is your friend, please drop a chat. Let me know. Let me know people that are sharing my friend with me. Am I audible? Someone said they can't hear me.
You are audible, sir. We can hear you
Grace,
clearly.
okay. Okay, great. So if you're here and you're Inolua's friend, please drop a message. Let me see. I like Inolua because Inolua asks me intelligent questions. Inolua asks me very, very like when he asks me those questions, I'm like, guy, like, what were you thinking? Why? How did I even cross your mind? And that's why I put his picture here. I'm very sure you'll be proud of me. So, what is your wildest career dream, right? Remember my opening slide, and that is one mistake I made when I was in uni, and a mistake that I now tell people not to make. You know, when I was in uni, I was so sure that I wanted to be a badass investment banker. I'm going to start out my career with the big four, KPMG, PwC, or EY. And it was CGPA that started. How many of us are in my shoes? You're already on the tutu and you don't know how to go forward from there. Please identify. Let's know each other. Please don't identify if you are not comfortable with that, right? So I think the first thing that scattered my plan was my CGPA because I think I dropped to a 2-2 from my part 3, and then I knew PwC already had that caveat of 2 and okay, we are together. I see. Thank you. Thank you for solidarizing with me. Yeah, right. But it's like I relate well. They have sucked a GP with straw. Yeah, Oyade of Lagos. That's my friend. Thank you. So, CGPA or no CGPA, remember where I started from? I started by saying not everybody would do 9 to 5, right? Some people are going to graduate and just become a badass chef, and that's what they are going to be all their life. Some people are going to graduate and be the baddest makeup artist in town, and that's what they are going to do all their life. Some people are going to graduate and going to be the baddest fashion designer. Some people are going to graduate and they're just going to focus on designing for wedding gowns. I have a friend, her name is Feya Badri. I'm always making reference to her when I have to speak to creatives and entrepreneurs. Like from part 2, we have known that this one, she's going to do wedding gown, and she's super good at it. And now she's even a final year. Has she graduated? I don't know. Yeah, she's a final year student. She has not graduated, right? And if you see the kind of wedding gown she makes, like you'll be surprised, right? So, what is your wildest career dream? Write it down. What do you need to do every day, every week, every month to take you a step closer to those dreams? Remember that I said the undergraduate time is that time to fail and try again. So sometimes you might even have a fancy dream, and that fancy dream is not for you. Just like the way I knew, well, Bank of America can call me tomorrow. But then I knew that investment banking at Bank of America was not the thing for me, or being an audit analyst at KPMG was not the thing for me. So your wildest dream might change, but shall have it there, write it down. What do you need to do every day? I think there's a slide where I talked about that. I don't want to jump goals. So if you're, let me go to the introduction and see some of the things that you guys wrote and pick from there. I want to, so I'd seen during the introduction, some people had said, the agricultural economists, the introduction has disappeared. Okay. But whatever it is that you're doing right now, whatever it is that you want to do, what do you want to do every day to achieve it? And I'm going to give you guys, again, I love practical illustrations. I have a friend, his name is Akitunde Agunbiade. If you Google his name on Google, sorry, that's tautological. Yeah, if you Google his name, everything AI is going to pop up. I remember there was a time he did 100 days in artificial intelligence, and all he did basically was to write a Medium post every day about artificial intelligence for 100 days. And that just made a lot of sense. He published it. People now, well, in Nigeria, as a Nigerian undergraduate, you're the one that submits papers to people. International journals usually call in, they send in mails that, please, can you send us a paper? Oh, please, we are publishing a journal. Can you write an article to this? Because he has now kind of formed an authority in the AI space. He didn't even study engineering, he studied law. For him, that was something he did every day. There was a time when I wanted to shift from tax to HR. I wrote a LinkedIn post every week about HR, such that people thought that I was an HR professional, and then I didn't even know the beginning of my dream. I only knew that I didn't want to do tax anymore, right? So what do you do every day, every week, every month to take you a step closer to those dreams? I've talked about skill, so I don't even want to talk about skill again. Then who do you need to know? Guys, this is very important, which is another reason why I put my friend. So my friend, Inelua Michael, made some financial mistake, like two people that bought Bitcoin at deep. And I'm like, guy, like I said, he asked me both questions. So I asked him both questions too. Why will you make these financial mistakes, right? And I shared him Kari Wise posts, then blog, and say, oh, read some helpful articles here. Michael is a voracious reader, so he had read all the articles and he did a thread about it. And then, like, I did not even know. The thread was so engaging that Kari Wise reached out to him and said, guy, this is fantastic. We want to give you this. And now, even though he's not working with Kari Wise, and I don't know if he would ever work with Kari Wise, his name is impressed in our heart, right? Remember that my first slide says how to make job. I can't remember. I say how to make job run for you, Abi. How to make job search for you, something like that. So you can do a lot of things that instead of just searching for jobs literally search for you. What do you want to do? What do you want? What platform do you have? What do you want to leverage on? What do you need to know? There's some skill gap in the industry space right now. You know, all of us, we are not thinking, and I'm saying we because that was my thoughts too when I was an undergraduate. We are not thinking out of the box yet, right? We still want to be doctors, and our parents are not even helping matters. If you have parents like that, say, "I let us do another solidarity together." I remember the first time I told my mom that I wanted to switch to HR. My mom was like, "What is HR?" Because my mom was working in an organization where everything that the HR did was to carry form all about, right? And paid salary. And to her, it was boring. Compared to tax, that was pretty exciting then because I was always going to LIRS and FIRS and talking with the biggest guys in the tax space. Right? Great. So some of us, it's not even our fault, it's our parents' fault. There is a landmark. You have to be an engineer, you have to be an architecture, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor. And there are a lot of roles, there are a lot of skills that the industry will need now or the industry will need in 2 years' time. And I can even give you guys cheat code. If you are a good content writer or content creator, yeah, and you can write about tech products in a way that a basic man can understand, you are like an hot cake. Because the tech space is expanding. All the US and UK mafia, they have money, keep investing in Africa. Products are going to keep getting produced. And so you don't even have to code or something. You just have to know how to write difficult things in an easy manner, right? That's one job path. The next 2-3 years, there's going to be continuous opportunities for product designers because new products are going to come up. There's going to be continuous opportunities for product manager because new products are going to come up. I have not seen any university in Nigeria offer those courses yet, right? So when I say, what do you need to know? I am really saying that there is a lot of things to know and then you guys can know it. And if you guys can type what is under my slide, can you type it? I'm trying to move this icon. Can you see? Can you guys see this part?
Yes.
You can type it or you can say it out if you're audible. Okay, so can you read it out?
Hope everyone go japa, job there everywhere.
Good. Yeah.
Hope everyone go japa, job there everywhere.
Good. So the truth is not all of us will go to Canada. At least I know, and my friends are tired of me because I have a lot of friends, working in the US and UK, and some of them even just moved. And they're like, guy, you are too smart to be in Nigeria. When are you coming? And I'm like, please tell your HR that there's one star guy in Nigeria. You guys need to bring him abroad. Because I am totally not keen about going abroad. My friends think I'm very stupid. There's even one woman, I stopped talking to her. She used to be like one of the people I looked up to. Because she was really keen about me doing Canada, doing IELTS and everything. And it doesn't even mean that people that are doing that do not have sense. Like my brother is going to do that, for example. I know my brother is going to do a MFA. But it just means that I do not want to go abroad. At least I do not want to go and study or be stranded. If I go abroad tomorrow, just know that one company pushed me and they offered me a huge amount of dollars and they have bought my accommodation and everything. So I'm not in a hurry to go abroad because I just think that I can make it here in Nigeria. And I'm very sure that I'm not the only one that is thinking that way, even though people like us are 1 out of 100. So I do not want you to think that there's no job in Nigeria. If you have joined this session with that mentality, I'm very sure that Sage will come and show you how to get job tomorrow. That's Sage work. Because Sage got like 12 or 13 internships as an undergraduate. So I'm very sure that, he would come and talk about that tomorrow. How to write CV, how to ace interview and stuff. I'm very sure Sage would do that. So I did not want to do that. But if there is one foundation I can lay that Sage can come and build on tomorrow, it is that you should know that there are jobs everywhere. Like, even not just in Nigeria. I have friends in OAU, like, that are working with Indian companies, German companies, and in OAU. And I earn money that I'm struggling to earn. And I'm not even joking, right? So always have that value mindset. Do not ever think that there are no jobs. If I say to yourself, there are jobs everywhere and I will get my own. You can say it out, or you can type it, or you can declare it. But I want you to say that there are jobs everywhere and I would get my own. Can you guys like type it or say it out or declare it?
There are jobs everywhere
There
and
are
I will
jobs
get my
There are
own.
jobs everywhere, and I will get
my own.
Exactly, right, exactly. There are jobs everywhere and then you are going to get your own. So going to the last slide, my system have done yesterday. Okay, so I want to, my system is hanging. Okay, great. Screen share stopped. Screen share again. I think I'm almost done from current slide. Yeah, so this is the last thing. I wanted to touch briefly on personal branding, right? Because Fraser had said, I don't know how much of personal branding Sage will talk about tomorrow, and I just really wanted to talk about that. So, sorry. It is very important, and these are very important things. I love this. How many of us know who this guy is? I'm assuming that everybody knows him, right? Who is he?
We do.
Okay, great. So we all do.
Dakolo.
Exactly. People think I love that cause, that single that came out. Everything you put your hand to go work. If you do not put your hand into anything, it will not work. And that's the honest truth. It is when you put your hand to something that it will work. And I've listed a couple of things that you can do as an undergraduate. The first thing is to connect with senior colleagues in your field. This is very interesting because I see people shy away from this, but this is not a networking class, but I'll just touch on something. There's something called common ground, and it has worked everywhere. Common ground means that if you're on this call and you finish from OAU, ahead of someone that finished from Covenant or Unilag, and it's not even biased, and it doesn't even mean that I will not listen to the other guys. It just means that when I see that you finish from OAU, I feel connected with you. If you now go extra mile, you finish from economics OAU, I will drop everything I'm doing, or you are not a student of economics OAU, I'll literally drop everything I'm doing to attend to you because I finished from economics OAU. If you now attended economics OAU and you now attended my fellowship, Evangelical Christian Union, I will call you immediately, but I will invite you to lunch, right? So it's called, there is a public speaker, I've forgotten her name now. What's her name? She wrote Captivate, Vanessa Van Edwards. She called this layers of common ground. And it means that there's nobody in this life that you do not have some sort of common ground with. And it is very important that you learn how to leverage those common ground to get what you want. For example, if you are here and you use LinkedIn very well, and there's an organization you want to work with, and I do it a lot, I'm not even joking. I connected with the VP, the head, is it VP head HR? I've been head VP HR of Bank of America recently. And it was very simple. I just went, I put Bank of America or Bafemi Awolowo University, and it brought out every OAU graduate that is working in Bank of America. And then I put Bank of America or Bafemi Awolowo University Human Resources. And it brought out two names of people that graduated in OAU and they are now in Bank of America and they are working in the HR department of Bank of America. And now I'm always chatting with this guy who is the head of HR in Bank of America, and I'm in Lagos. I've never stayed out of Nigeria before. And it just dawned on me, like it's not, I did not pre-conceptualize it. I just woke up and said, I know a lot of people in Bank of America, but I don't know anybody in the HR team of Bank of America. And that was it, right? So it is very important that you learn how to use platforms that you have to connect with senior colleagues. And when you connect with them, engage them positively. Don't be saying good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Fine, fine. The next thing is that as an undergraduate, please apply for things. Apply for competitions, apply for scholarships. Just apply. When people ask me what's with one of my regrets as an undergraduate, aside not finishing with a 2-1, the next thing will be I didn't apply for international competitions. I wished I did. Maybe I'll step out of the shore of Nigeria, because now I've not left Nigeria. And I had a lot of friends. I mean, as a part two, I had a friend that was already mooting for those that are not law students. To moot means like to act as a real life lawyer at International Court of Justice at Switzerland. So just imagine that a part two law student has been mooting in front of the high judge at International Court of Justice, Switzerland, at part two. Part two, by part three, she had gone to intern with Bank of America. By part four, I mean, like by 500 level, she had worked with a couple of international organizations, even as an undergraduate from OAU. And so if you are here and you are one of those that say, oh, only private universities have opportunities, then sorry, you're missing out a lot, right? So apply for opportunities, apply for grants for the fun of it. If you're a business owner here, apply for Tony Elumelu. You will not get it the first time. You might not even get it the fourth time. But keep applying, you will learn. You might not win. I had a friend that applied for Tony Elumelu 3 times and did not get it. The fourth year, she wanted to give up. And so I told her that nothing happened when you did not get it last year now. She was like, Emmanuel, the effort is too much. Guess what? It was the year that she applied that they decided to make. I hope that everybody here know about Tony Elumelu Foundation. Please.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So it was the year that she applied that they expanded the entrepreneurs they wanted to award from 1,000 to 3,000. How many of us remember that year? I think that was 2019. And that's how my friend won 1 million naira, and she's doing well with her fashion business now. Right? So apply for essay competitions for law students. I know there are like 1 million and more essay competitions, IPL competition, ADR competition, tax competition, litigation, commercial law. And even I know so much about law because I have a lot of friends in law. Even for non-law guys, apply. I know CIPM, there's a girl on the call. I hope she's on. Ebube. That's how I met her. CIPM did some essay something for undergraduate. A lot of bodies there is I can just apply for things. And it doesn't even mean that you will win. You might not win anything. But it just means that you're stretching yourself. Like I tell people, you're a better person after each competition than before you started. Apply for ambassadors, become a campus ambassador for something. If I can never write my story, my career story, without talking about how I became a Unilever campus ambassador. Because becoming a Unilever campus ambassador opened me to the international world. I remember that it was after I became an ambassador, I said in my life, I'm going to work with a multinational. Because I witnessed someone, eat breakfast with us in Nigeria, go to Ghana, and they come back to eat dinner with us. Like she was with us in the morning, and she was like, oh, I want to quickly get to Ghana, I want to quickly get to Accra, I'll be back with you guys in the evening. And she went, and she came back the same day in the evening. I'm like, there is life somewhere, and I have to live life. For me, that was a big deal. For someone else, it might not be a big deal, but it was a big deal for me, right? So apply for things, apply, it is very important. The third point, put yourself out there, put your work out there, write about things you know. If it's video, do skits about things you know. I gave someone a case study recently about a musician that was duped by a record label. Like I wasn't even interested in the case, it was an IPL case, apologies to law people. And when she was done, she gave me feedback. I'm like, do you know what, write a LinkedIn post about this because this is sound knowledge that people do not know because I didn't know it before then, right? So there are things that you know that you think that people do not need to know, but people actually need to know. So put your work out there. Do not be shy to put your work out there. I wrote an ebook, Lost Star, recently. Maybe I should even do promo for you people. I'll discuss with praise. Yes, I wrote an ebook, Lost Star, recently. It was sold for 1K during my birthday. It's now back to 3K, but who knows, I might do discount for you guys. And then there was a chapter I dedicated to putting your work out there because it is just very important that you put your work out there. Very important. And then the last thing I want to leave you guys with is that we can all get to the peak of our career. Either you want to be a fashion designer or a banker or an investment banker or an HR professional, we can all get to the peak of our career. if we give it our best. And that is where I will draw the curtain today. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Over to you, Indamola.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you. Please, can you all hear me?
Yeah, audible.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really learned a lot. I've started practicing some, but this serves as more encouragement, so I'll do more. As regards the applying for opportunities and all, I really say to everyone here that really works. Really works. There are times you get rejection emails, so and it's really painful. Yeah, because I got one. I applied for a fellowship recently that I really like to be part of a prestigious fellowship program in Nigeria. I had two chances to get in, but then it slipped by me. So it was really painful when I got the rejection email. But that won't deter me from applying for more or reapplying again. So thank you
That's
so much,
great.
Jeff.
You're
Now it's time for
welcome.
questions. Please, let's ask our questions. I'll just type it in the chat box. I'll read them out. Can you hear me? Everyone?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, so it is
Yes,
time
sir.
for questions. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. I'll read them out and also show your appreciation.
Oh, someone lost my smile. Thank you. Okay, guys, I like to answer questions. Trust me, I like to a lot of questions. Guys, drop. Give me 60 seconds. I will be back in 60 seconds. I hope that I meet an array of questions when I come back. Just think about every question you have as an undergraduate every day. Just ask. I would answer as much as I can.
All right, I think I have a question. I have a question, please. Can I go ahead?
Yes, just drop it in the chat box. So when EF comes, you'll be able to read it or I'll say it and then you will answer. He said we'll be back in 60
All right.
seconds. Thank you.
All right.
Please let's mute our mics if you're not saying anything. It's a bit dark. No one else can know the way you do.
I'm explaining. I'm not reading my slides. I'm reading my slides. So I'm just.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's up? Okay. There's a lot of questions already.
Yes.
I'm seeing interesting question. Okay, so when that save time, I think I can just read from the chat myself, right?
Yes, you can, sir.
Very important question. How do we not undercharge ourselves for our services knowing we are just students? Brilliant. Interesting. I have a professional beside me that can speak to this, but she's busy. Oh, do you want to? Okay, yeah. So hi everyone. As you know, I'm in the office. So my colleague, her name is Alma Asinobi. You guys probably follow her on IG or not. So she wants to answer this question. Oh, do you follow her on IG? Does anybody follow Alma? Let me see if you have fans. Okay, yeah. So Alma is going to answer this question on undercharging. So you can come around. Yeah, so hi everyone. This is my colleague Alma.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, very quickly. So someone asked, how do you not undercharge as an undergraduate, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Okay, so one thing that you need to know, especially when you're young and trying to get yourself a deal or get yourself a job or whatever, is that people will try to play on the fact that you, right? So that is the one thing that try to use as a means to pay you your work. So two things that you need to do. The first of them is the experience. Whatever you need to show proof of the skill that you have. You need to have results somewhere. You need to have a portfolio. You have a site where you have, oh, I worked on this project and these are the results. I worked on this and this is what people don't pay you for your skill. People don't pay you for what you do. People pay you the worth of the transformation that you can provide for them, right? So if you can prove that you can provide that transformation, people will pay you your worth, especially if you demand it. And that brings me to my second point, which is negotiation, right? Many times people just take up the first offers that they're given, right? If someone says, oh, I don't have this money, or this is my budget, or you help me, or we're friends, or something like that. You're just like, okay, let me just take it. After all, I don't have a lot of experience, or I don't have, any other option, right? So you're just tempted to take it up like that. But you need to negotiate. If you do not negotiate, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Sometimes they might not, they're undercharging and they're telling you that I don't have this money because they don't understand the worth of the transformation that you provide for them. So you need to prove that, and that is a way that you can negotiate. So two things, this is very broad. I can't go into all the details right now, but first thing is you need social proof. So you need proof that the transformation you claim to provide, that you can actually provide it. So if there's a skill that you have, you're a graphic designer or you're a web designer or you write copy or whatever it is that you do, if you can prove that you can provide the transformation they are looking for, then And then if you negotiate properly, you will get your worth, right? And even if you do not get exactly what you asked for, you're also leaving room for future relationships or future work with them. So those two things.
So I hope that your answer was you got your answer. So I'm going to move on.
Thank you very much, ma.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alma. Please, you can follow Alma on Instagram. Instagram is Alma Sinobi. If you are a big fan, she's a nice person, as you can see. So I'm just going to take the other questions. How do we know undercharge? I know my question might sound weird, but how do we get to organizations or rather associations calls for volunteer or rather in that? Very good. Very brilliant question, guy. Very brilliant. Whoever asked this question, who is in your circle? That's something that I should have touched on that I didn't. Who is in your circle? Who are the people you talk to? I know people that if you are their friends, you will learn about opportunities. I can even mention some name on this call. If you are Grace Emmanuel's friend, you will hear about opportunities. If you are Possible Unke's friend, you will hear about opportunities because Possible Unke is always in all my sessions. I don't know how she gets into them, but she's always there. There are just some people that if you're their friends, you would hear about opportunities. So who is in your circle? What do you read? Who do you follow on Twitter? Are you only follow Sidney Tucker and Mr. Macaroni? Or are you actually following, brands that talk about opportunities? So who is in your circle? Who do you follow? What are the things you are subscribed to? Do you know you can subscribe to news like alert? I remember when I was in the tax world, I subscribed to tax alert. When I moved to General Electric, and I was in the energy space, I knew what was going on globally in the energy space because I subscribed. So put on an alert, follow the right pages. If, for example, if you follow Moments with Brain on Twitter, you will hear about opportunities. I'm not even joking. You follow Deepo or Abujide or whatever his name is, Tunde Tash, those people. So who is in your circle and what do you follow? I think that answers your question. Deborah, peace. Striving to get academic excellence, like a first class. Almost Sage will come and answer this question tomorrow. Don't worry, because Sage is that guy that finished with first class and then did every other thing. But I'm just going to talk to these guys. This is 2021, and you can win at everything. I would say that again. This is 2021, and you can win at everything. You can be a brilliant academic student and still be a badass, whatever it is you want to be. It is just about knowing how to do it, the how to. And Sage is coming to talk about it tomorrow, so I don't want to, touch on it. But everything is important, everything, except you're not interested in the course you're studying. Yes, talking about abilities. Is it possible not to have a skill but an ability? How can I become visible as a shy person? Whoever sends me this message, look at the mirror every day and say, I am not a shy person. I am not a shy person. Say it 10 times. I'm serious. So the area of applying doesn't mean that I can shoot my shots. Even if I'm not qualified or sure I can get it. So this question is very dicey. Yes, you can shoot your shots depending on the qualification. Don't go apply for a job where they ask you for 5 year experience and you don't have experience. But if you look at something and you think that you meet like 6/10 or 7/10 of the experience, please shoot your shots. How can I build my networking skills? Please go and purchase Luster. I dedicated one chapter to networking. But I'd like to tell people networking is about being interested in people and being an interesting person. I'll say that again. Networking is about being interested in people and being an interested person. So I don't know, I think it was a YouTube video or a speech. I think it was when I was in Toastmasters. I gave a Toastmasters speech called Be Interested and Be Interesting. And for me, that's just the rule of networking. Be interested in people. Want to know about people. Who are they? What do they do? What are they interested in? What tickles their fantasy? And be an interesting person yourself. And how would you be an interesting person? Know about things. People expect people that know about stuff. I was telling someone recently that my younger brother can talk about at least 3 sports comfortably. Like my brother can have a 1 hour discussion with you about tennis, about football and about basketball. I don't know how he does it because football safe, I've never finished knowing. My brother can talk about the last 7 NBA seasons. I don't even know how he does it. Recently, I was talking about Naomi Osaka. I follow Naomi Osaka a lot. So after the Williams sister, my favorite next tennis player is Naomi Osaka. And I was telling my brother that, oh, now Naomi Osaka crashed out of this round. And my brother was like, no, that's not a major open. I'm like, hey, which one is major open again? Which one is, am I not open? Open is open. And if you see, hear him talking about Stephen Curry too, same thing. Same thing with my friend, but he knows about everything going on in Israel and Gaza and Palestine. He knows which author is releasing book in America. Like, so just know, when you know, people want to listen to you. So that's just the basic of networking. Be interested in people and be an interesting person. Kindly recommend books relating to all these things. You have to book a personal consulting session or send me a WhatsApp message because I can list you 21 books. How do we get information on scholarship? Please follow Moment with Brain. What is the most effective way or channel to publicize what you do best? So what works for you? If you're a writer, have a blog, use Medium. You know, I have a friend. I'll say by mentioning tomorrow. No, it's not my friend, it's my acquaintance. His name is David Akindolire. I will type his name so that you people check him out. So I'm doing free advertisement for him now. And we don't talk like that. I would gladly talk about him everywhere because David is a good writer. David has written about Nigerian musicians, and every time he does so, they retweet his tweets. Do you know what that means? Like, you write about Adekunle Gold and you post the link on Twitter, and Adekunle go to that tweet and say, this is beautiful, and repost it. If you can't check his Twitter right now, he just finished a post about Fireboy DML. And DML wrote, I shed tears while reading this. Is that good? I remember when I was talking about how you should be so good with your skills. See, he doesn't even know that someone is talking about him here now. That people can talk about you, right? So whatever platform works for you, if you're a video person, there's Instagram, there's Reels, there is Skits. You can invest in YouTube if you want. Just think, what do I like to do? For example, I'm not a video person. My friends are just forcing me to, bring out my video part. Someone even bought me a tripod as a birthday gift, right? I just like to write. That's why I do LinkedIn and blog, and then I release chapbooks almost every year. So find out what works for you and then optimize it. What's my Instagram handle? I would rather share you my LinkedIn handle because on Instagram, if you only see my handsome face and if you're single, you might trick for me. But I've shared it. But I think I'd rather share my LinkedIn profile. Can I send the name of checkout for books? My PA did not join this call. Bye. I have asked her to just list out books for you. Phoebe, are you on this call? I don't think so. I don't think she joined. Do you know what? I would ask Praise to reach out to my PA to write you a list. So I have favorite books. I call them my all-time books. They're like 20. So I think I'll send it to you guys so that I don't waste time. I'm about to start a band in school, but I don't know what people will say if I make mistake. Make all the mistake in this life, my dear. Please, you are an undergraduate. Nobody's going to come for your head. Just make sure that you don't do Bitcoin and you don't buy Bitcoin deep. As long as, basically what I'm saying is that as long as there's no much monetary cost attached to it, a lot of people have started out brand as an undergraduate. In fact, it's not, I can list name for you people. Boliagba started as an undergraduate. I don't know, Timi Agbaje, Boboch, Mr. Mac. I'm mentioning all these people because they are like people I need from OU. Chinko Ekun, Black Bones. How many of you have listened to Black Bones? Black Bones has rapped in my room before when I was in part 1. Black Bones started rapping in uni. So please, remember my first slide. I said university days is that day that you can make all the mistake, fail, and try again. Because nobody is going to come for your head. You still have uncle and auntie and brother and sister that you can lie to. You can say one handout is 200 2,000 naira when the handout is 200 naira. Nobody's going to come and ask you for change, right? So please start and make all the mistakes. Which question? Olujobi Oluwafemi. I want to round up by 7:30. Please, if I have missed out your question.
The question regarding skills, like the skills you would advise an undergraduate to
Yeah, so like I said, what do you want to do? Basic things, everybody should know how to write. I think in 2021, everybody should really know how to write. Good writing. Don't type as apostrophe. Like, be able to express your skills convincingly. But it depends on what you want to do. For example, I used to tell people that if I owned a system in school, maybe I've learned graphics design. So what do you want to do? If you want to, do you want to go into media? Do you want to go into tech? Do you want to be a talker? Do you want to be a lawyer? So people learn how to sit, how to talk, how to stand. They call it etiquette. And you know, so what do you, those are the things that will really shape the kind of skills that you want to start acquiring. I'm trying to connect and let people with this in mind. Am I on the right path? Yes, you're on the right path. Don't be scared to make mistake. Guys, you're undergrads. You are like an undergraduate. Start out those things. Another thing I would like to talk about is the importance of collaboration, right? So find out people doing what you want to do or people that have similar ideas and just start stuff out. Everybody talks about, is it floater wave now? Is it floater wave? Is it paystack? Paystack. About how they started as undergraduates in uni, right? So connect with people that share similar ideas. There are a lot of collaborations going on these days, especially in the creative space. So I have a lot of friends that photographer meet a hairstylist, meet a makeup artist, meet a fashion designer. There's one shoot that I've not seen. Like everybody that did that shoot on everybody that worked on that shoot, all of them are my friends. Different people, right? So instead of having one big idea in your head and not knowing how to execute it, I'm very sure if you talk to one or two people, they may have different set of skills that will help you with your idea, right? So I think I answered that. 2 minutes more, guys. Any other question? I'm trying to see new Miss Nelson. Can I explain on how to build good relationship? To build you have to book a personal session or go and buy Luster. Please purchase Luster. So I think for you guys, I would take off. I don't know if I'll do this soon. I might do a crash, maybe 50% discount. I don't know. You guys should say thank you to Praise. So I might do a crash discount for you guys tonight just to enable you purchase Luster. So presently, Luster is 3,000 naira, but I think I'll just put it at 1.5 so that you guys will be able to purchase. But then you guys are big people now. You can afford 3K, right? Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah, so I've shared the link. So I have all these questions that you guys are asking. I literally have answered them in my book. Like there are questions that I dedicated the whole chapter to answering on my book, so you guys can get it. You can also follow me on LinkedIn. I'm very sure I've written a couple of posts about Instagram colleague of my colleague who talked to you. Alma, you're good with that, right? Yeah, so my friend stuff is at Alma Asinobi. Shared. Okay, so let me share my LinkedIn profile. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I've basically exhausted all the questions. I had a good time. Okay, I want to be sure that I'm not missing out any question. Okay, so I think that I've answered all the questions. Oindamola, over to you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for having me, despite the lateness and everything. I wish you all writing exams good success, all starting new semester, speed and accuracy, and more clarity as you explore new things.
Amen.
Signing out.
Thank you so much, sir. We are really grateful. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much. Would have done this if you were not here. Yeah, thank you, sir. And I think someone's asking for the name of the guy you said writes about musicians. If you are still here, yeah. Oh, maybe he's gone. Okay, you can always connect with him on his social media profiles and ask him. Just say you were in this session making the most of your undergraduate year, so that, like he said, find a common ground. So this session can be your common ground. So you can just send him messages, follow him on Instagram, on LinkedIn, send him messages, and from there you can connect with him and ask all the questions you want to ask. So thank you so much. Praise, would you like to say anything? Are you there? Praise?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
hear
So,
me?
yes, we can.
All right. So, well, I don't really have much to say. I just want to thank everybody for participating in this program. It would not have been possible without you being here. Thank you so much. I'm really, really grateful. I see us doing greater things in the years to come. Take good care of yourselves
Yes.
and have a very good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Praise. Thank you. So
Thank you.
thank you, everyone. Please don't forget, tomorrow it still continues tomorrow. What time is it, Praise, tomorrow?
7 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, please. So 7 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be expecting you again. Tell your friends, tell everyone. And what you've learned today, please don't keep it to yourself. Go on social media, tag these people who have spoken, and share what you've learned. That's also a way to build a connection. When someone comes to a session to speak, go on social media, share what you've learned, tag that person. From there, it's a common ground that you can use to leverage many things. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see again tomorrow. So thank you. If there's nothing else, we can start leaving now, right, Praise?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so thank you. 7 p.m. tomorrow, please don't forget. So we can start leaving now.